Hey guys, I'm Akash and welcome to Pabbly. So the topic for today's video is automatically add new teachable enrollment to Google Sheet. Now suppose guys you are selling some online course using Teachable and you want whenever a new student, a new user enroll to your course in Teachable, you want to add the details of that person into a Google Sheet so that you can maintain a record as well as you can share those details with your team members. Now to do so, you have two different methods. First one is to do this manually. Manually get the data of newly enrolled student and add that data into Google Sheets. But on a daily basis, doing this manual process can cost you a lot of your time and efforts. Now to solve this problem, I came up with a second method, that is to use an automation. Now you must be thinking what kind of automation. So an automation guys by which whenever a new user will be enrolled in our Teachable course, automatically the details of that new enrollment will be added in our Google Sheet. Interesting, right? Now here, how we are going to do this? So to make this happen, to use this automation, we will be using Pabbly Connect, which is an automation and integration software. Now what is the actual step-by-step guide to create this automation and how you can set up this automation by yourself, that too without any technical knowledge, without any coding skills. To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on the Pabbly Connect dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you just have to go to your browser and search for Pabbly, pabbly.com/connect. And as we reach on the landing page of Pabbly Connect, by clicking on sign up free, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. Or if you already have an account, just click on sign in. So after reaching your dashboard, click on create workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I'll name my workflow as Teachable to Google Sheets. Teachable to Google Sheets and click on create. Now we can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is trigger window, second one is action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles in which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with our trigger window. So the idea here is, first we have to get the details or the data of new student to whom we are enrolling in our Teachable account inside Pabbly Connect. And after that, using Pabbly Connect, we will send that very same enrollment data of the user to Google Sheets. So here in trigger window in choose app, we have to select Teachable. Teachable. And after that, in trigger event, we have to select new enrollment. So as we select our trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. Now using this webhook URL, we will connect our Teachable account with Pabbly Connect so that we can get the details or the data of every new student we enroll in our Teachable course. So you just have to copy this webhook URL from here, go to your Teachable account, and after reaching the dashboard, on the left side, click on settings. And in settings, you can see there's an option named as webhooks. So click on webhooks. And at this very page, you can see all the webhook URLs we have added in our Teachable account. So I'll just click on this add webhook button on top and paste the webhook URL over here, which we have copied from Pabbly Connect. After pasting the webhook URL, here is a button over here which says webhook payload settings optional send data as a JSON array. So turn this button on. And then we can see that there is a long list of events below that. So out of all these events, we have to select an event as new enrollment because we want Teachable to send data for every new enrollment only. So if you have any queries or any doubt regarding the connection or selecting the event over here, you can refer to the help text given below in Pabbly Connect over here. So after pasting the webhook URL and selecting the event, we'll scroll down and click on save. Now we have successfully connected our Teachable account with Pabbly Connect using a webhook URL. Now after the successful connection, we have to enroll a test user, a dummy user into our Teachable course so that we can get the data or the response of very same enrollment, that very new enrollment inside Pabbly Connect. And also in Pabbly Connect, it is showing us waiting for webhook response. Means Pabbly Connect is also waiting to get some response or data of new enrollment from our Teachable account. So we will come back to our Teachable account, go to courses section and select a course over here. For example, I'll select a course of PHP course by Neeraj Agrawal. Select it. Then on the left side, go to the student section of this very same course. And on the right top corner, we can see a button as Add Student. So just click on it. Then here we will enter the details or name or email address of a dummy student. For example, the name of the student is Akib Khan. And let me enter the email. So this is the name of the student which I am enrolling in my Teachable course, and this is the email. The field for password is optional, so I am just ignoring this field for now. And after that, we can see there are two check boxes over here. So select both the boxes, and the second checkbox over here says enroll these students into a course. And in the drop down below, you can see all the courses which we have created in our Teachable account can be seen over here. So here Teachable is asking us that the student we are adding over here, in which course we want to enroll this student. So we have to select the course. This course I want to enroll the person in this course, that is PHP course by Neeraj Agrawal. And then click on import. So guys, we can see that Akib Khan, this student is now successfully enrolled in our course. So let me just refresh this page once. And we can see that the same user, same name, Akib Khan, is now successfully enrolled in our Teachable course. Now, because we have connected our Teachable account with Pabbly Connect using a webhook URL, the details or the data of this very same person, very same enrollment in our Teachable course will be also captured inside Pabbly Connect. So let's go back to our Pabbly Connect workflow. And yes, guys, we can see that we have received a response over here in Pabbly Connect, and this is the response of this very same enrollment, very same student to whom we have just now enrolled in our Teachable course. So when we will scroll down to this enrollment, this response, we can see that all the details of this enrollment. So we have the name of the student, Akib Khan, very same name. Then we will scroll down and find this is the email address of the very same student. Also, we will also get the date or the date and time of the enrollment, like object enroll at, this is the date and time, at what date and time we have enrolled the student in our Teachable course. And when we will scroll down to this very same data, we will also find the name of the course in which we have enrolled this user. So we will scroll down, and then in label object course name, we have the response for the name of the course as well. So guys, here the step 1 of creating this automation is successfully completed. We have successfully collected the data of new enrollment in our Teachable course inside Pabbly Connect. Now let's move to step 2 and send this very same data to Google Sheets. For that, we will scroll down and come to our action window. And here in Choose App, we will search for Google Sheets. Then we have to select an action event. And in the drop down below, there are lots and lots of action event over here. Out of all of these, we will select add new row because we want to add a new row in our Google Sheet. Click on connect, select add new connection, and click on connect with Google Sheets. Now we have to connect our Google Sheets account with Pabbly Connect. So just select your Google Sheets account, scroll down and click on continue. And after clicking on continue, we can see that our Google Sheets account is now successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. So after the successful connection, we can see that we have some fields over here. The very first field asks us select spreadsheet. So it is possible, guys, we have multiple Google Sheets, multiple spreadsheet in our Google Sheet account. And list of all those spreadsheet can be seen here in the drop down below named as select spreadsheet. So out of all this sheet, Google Sheet is asking us that in which sheet we want to add this data. So I have created a sheet named as Teachable Enrollment, and in this sheet I want to enter the details of the every user I am enrolling in my Teachable course. So from the drop down here, I'll select that very same sheet, Teachable Enrollment. So after selecting spreadsheet, it is asking us to select a sheet. In the drop down below, we can see there is only one option named as sheet 1. So guys, there is only one sheet in my spreadsheet, in this spreadsheet which we have connected, which we have selected. That's why it is showing us only one sheet. So I'll select the sheet, and after that we can see that all the columns, all the headings which we have created in our spreadsheet can be seen over here inside Pabbly Connect. Name, email, course, and enrollment date and time. So basically, you can create as many headings or as many as columns in your spreadsheet, and the list of all those headers can be seen over here in Pabbly Connect. So the first field which we have is of name. So we will just click here, And we can, in the drop down below, we can see that all the responses which we have received from Teachable after enrolling a new user in our Teachable course, we can see all those responses over here. And out of all these responses, we just have to select the name of the student, response for the name of the student. This is the response and I'll just click on it. So guys, the response which we have received from Teachable, we have received in our trigger window, and we have basically mapped that very same response, very same details over here in this field by just clicking here and selecting the response from the drop down. After mapping the name, we have to map the email address. So we will follow the very same process. Just click here in the drop down below and we can see that we just have to select the response for email address. This is the response for email address. We'll just select it. After mapping the email address, we have to follow the very same process for course and enrollment date time as well. Just click here from the drop down below, select that enrollment date and time. So let me select the date and time. Where it is. Okay, the object enrolled at. This is the date and time. Just select it. Okay, sorry. We have selected it place of course. Just select the date and time over here. And just map the course as well. From the drop down below, map the course. So this is the response for the course. This is the response. Just map it. So basically at first in trigger window, we have received a response from Teachable of new user enrollment in a course. So we have mapped that very same response in our action window over here in the their respective given fields. After mapping all these details, just click on save and send test request. Now as we click on save and send test request, we have received a response over here. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows the data which we have mapped over here. Basically, the details of our new enrollment in our Teachable course is now automatically added in our Google Sheet as a new row as well. So let's just get back to our Google Sheet. So this is our Google Sheet. And yes, guys, we can see that just now we have received a new data in Google Sheet, the name of the person, the email, the course, and the enrollment date time. The very same details of a user to whom we have just now enrolled in our Teachable course. This shows us that the automation which we have created in this video is working successfully, working perfectly fine. So after creating this automation, we just have to test the automation once. So we'll get back to our Teachable account and this time we will enroll a new user to some other course, for example, and then see that the details or the data of that very same new enrollment is automatically added in our Teachable account or not. So I'll just click on this add student button, enter the details of the student over here. For example, Suyash Singh. I'll just ignore the field for password again. Select these two checkbox. And last time we have selected the course as PHP course, but this time I will select the course as sports training. So just select the course. SH. So the name of the student is Suyash Singh. This is the email and we are enrolling the student in this sports training course in our Teachable account. Just click on import and it is done. And as and when we import this very same person, guys, automatically, instantly at that very same time, the details of this very same enrollment will be captured inside Google Sheet as well. So we can see that in our Google Sheet, we have automatically instantly received the response, the details of that very same person to whom we have just now enrolled in our Teachable course. The same name, Suyash Singh, same email, same course, and the date and time of enrollment. So guys, we saw that in real time that the automation which we have created is working perfectly fine. So let's just get back to Pabbly Connect and understand in brief that what are the steps we followed to create this automation. So at first in our trigger application, we have selected Teachable and the trigger event is new enrollment. Then using a webhook URL, we have connected our Teachable account with Pabbly Connect and then we have created a new user, enrolled a new user in our Teachable account into a course so that we can capture the response, the details of that very same new enrollment inside Pabbly Connect. After that, the response which we have received from Teachable, we send that very same response in our action step to Google Sheet to add the new enrollment in Teachable in our Google Sheets automatically using Pabbly Connect. So not just these applications, guys, you can connect plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing. You will find the clone link of this very same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone this very same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for free.
if you need any kind of help or have any queries, you can ask them on forum.pabbly.com, and you can check Pabbly Connect's pricing at this link. So if this video was helpful to you, you can like this video, don't forget to share it with others, and to keep getting such content on automation and integration, you can subscribe to Pabbly. Thank you, have a nice day.